Greetings, friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Dale Puckett here, and I've been working all day on this bad boy. So I'm just about ready to button it up, and I wanted to show you it. I wanted to show you all of it first before I button it up. But you're probably wondering, why do you have such a big drill bit? And the answer is because I'm drilling out the ground for the hinge, and I wanted that the wire, the ground wire, to come out inside of the box. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Actually, before I show you that, first let me show you the neck. So this is a 25-inch scale, 3-string cigar box guitar neck, and I do have the upgraded nice tuners on here. 0 fret. These are all just medium frets. I do have the large solder burns provided by the nail. Ow. With nails on the top. Now this heel here, if you notice the heel, it's kind of got a little angle to it here. Let me show you up close. And that was actually by accident. But then when I went back to look at it, I was just like, oh, dude, that's actually pretty nice, because it tapers back where your hand's gonna be. And it's just almost perfect. Oh my gosh. So I think I might be doing this more often in the future, just as kind of a little signature trademark thing. This is one of those CBGG humbuckers here. And you know how like every cigar box guitar build is different? Well, on this one here, I opted to just bend these little tabs flat and then screw the screws straight in here to hold it in place. Interesting, huh? And then I just tucked a little hot glue in here just to keep it nice and snug. But I thought that was a good idea. And then of course the Piezo. I have this deck of cards. These are the football cards. And because this is the ace, it has only one. And I put the card on there and I was like, oh, hey, you know what? I should just make it a circle just like the Piezo. And since it's just got a heart in the center of the A, in the center of the card, I could cut it out and it fit perfectly. And I was like, this guitar's got heart. I opted for the shutter hinge here on the end, and I'm going to put a little finishing washer here just to give it some elevation inside of here so it doesn't cave in when I screw it in. Now, that's the neck. Oh, and I did natural stain it. It is a mahogany fretboard and neck and heel. Everything's mahogany here. And so I didn't have to dark stain it mahogany since it's already mahogany. But what I did do is I did natural stain on it just to kind of bring out that. Then I'm going to go back and just sand it down to a glass finish. Look at those fingers. The box is one of those Tabak boxes. This is the inside, and I sanded it and stained it and carved out the sound holes, carved out the hole for the pickup. We got a 3-way, 1, 2, 3, with a volume control here. Nothing's wired up yet. I'm still just kind of in the preliminaries. And here is the inside of the box. Now, you'll notice here that these boxes here come with these inserts here that are actually the whole way. What I'd like to do is I like to just take them out, cut them just so that they fit in the corners. I don't need all that extra wood in there. Of course, we got blocks, and the sidewalls here are so thick that I have to take my Fosner bit, grind that out to get to the proper thickness so that that jack can fit all the way through there. So now we are at the stage where we are going to button it up. like I said, I wanted to show you first before we button it up. Now, getting back to this thing here, like I said, I wanted that wire to come through on the inside right there, so I can send that wire up through, and it can hit on one of the screws. Now on this hinge here, I also took liberties to take the edges off of here. It was nice and square like this, but I didn't want it to be pokey since it's going to be right there where the saddle's at. So I put this all together and I took it all apart. Now the reason why I took it all apart was because I have OCD. I put it together and then I realized that for some reason the neck had a little bit of a tilt to it. It was just like just a little bit, about 1/16 of an inch. I was looking at it in the plane of and I was like, oh my gosh, it's tilted, dang it. And everything is straight. I mean, the block slots are straight. Everything is straight. The neck is obviously straight, but for some reason I put it together and it was like just a little bit of a tilt. So I was like, oh, dang it, what am I gonna do? So I got to thinking, and so what I did is I put a little washer with a little screw right there. So now, and then I put it back together and it was perfect. So then I took it apart so I could show you on the video. So I put it together with that little screw in there, and now everything is straight as an arrow. I'll show you. Let me put it together, hang on. All right, so I got it all put together, and now you can see that the plane of this thing here, the neck, and the plane of the box are parallel. Whew. The pain, the trouble that I go through to get it perfect, oh my gosh. One of my pet peeves, and I have many pet peeves, is that I don't like to look inside the sound hole and see the wires from the humbucker. It just annoys me. And so typically what I do in the past is I'll wire tie them, and I'll get hot glue and I'll glue them out of the way and stuff like that, and anything to get those wires out of the way, so when you're looking in there you don't see the wires. Well, in this case here, see that little eyelet here? I'll take this off and let you see what I did here. So what I did is I got one of those little eye screws, and so this way when you look in there, you're not going to see a bunch of ugly mess. You're just going to see that there's been a very intentional decision made to take care of those wires. I might do another one here just so you can see two of them instead of one. Why? Why two? Well, because two is better than one. Duh. There it is. Two eyes. Two eyes and a heart. Two eyes and a heart. Well, soldered up. And I did want to point out, so I did test it with the amplifier, made sure all the switches work and the potentiometer, volume control, made sure everything's grounded. There's my little ground wire sticking out the back there. Oh yeah, I did want to point out, see how the sidewalls here, these sidewalls, they're so thick that I don't need to put any blocks on the inside corners to screw into. I can just screw right into that sidewall, which is going to make it secure and less bulky, less things on the inside. So that's where I'm at now. We are going to button it up. So we did have to get the long screws to reach all the way through here. So long screws necessary. And since the saddle is not walnut, I could have made it out of walnut, but I didn't. But I got walnut stain. Walnut. Yeah, walnut. See, I can read. I can read. So a little dip. Little dip will do you. And then of course just In this case here, we're not going to wipe it off. We are going to rub it in. Rub it in. Oh yeah, look at that, dude. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just what the doctor ordered. And just like that, we are strung up. And I did tune it up and set it up so we were intonated, but I started stretching the strings. And while I was stretching the strings, I noticed that this middle string here was sliding back and forth here on the 0 fret. Here, in fact, you can listen. Here, watch, listen. So all you do is you just get your little triangle file and give it a little bit of a deeper groove, that's all. Don't go crazy. Just so it... So strings are still stretching, but yeah, you want to make sure that, well, me, I wiggle a lot. I like to wiggle and jiggle, but I don't like it to slide here or here. So I will get my little file and just give them little grooves just to hold them in place, that's all. Okay, now the test drive. Get rid of these things here so no one pokes her eye out. Okay, like I said, we are tuned E. This is unplugged, no pluggy in. This is just E, B, E. And you can hear the resonance. So I'm going to just go. And I wanted to show you the settings on the cube. No effects, no nothing. The gain's turned down, the volume's about midway. So we'll turn it on. Lights on. We'll first do the piezo. Wow, what a growl. Next we'll do the humbucker. And then of course I'll call it the both. Humbucker and piezo. One of the things I like to do while I'm testing it out is I make sure all the frets, there's no buzz. One of the songs I like to do goes. I wanted to show you guys a cool scale, and I'm going to go to, I'll just leave it here on the middle position. So it's open. I'm going to do the notes on the high E string. So these are the notes. It's going to go open, first fret. We're going to jump all the way up to the 4th fret, then the 5th fret, 6th fret, 7, 10, and 12. So when I put them all together, this is it. Now I'm going to go like this. Down. So now if you map it over the entire fretboard, Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this build video. This box is beautiful. Seriously? Seriously, yep. Oh, I did want to point out here. Oh yeah, these tuners here. So these tuners are the nice tuners. And you can get these tuners if you go to the CIGARS.com. And I do have an affiliate link listed below and a promo code so that any parts that you need from CIGARS.com, you can use my affiliate link and my promo code. And my promo code will get you 10% off, and my affiliate link, if you use my affiliate link, you can help support this channel because they do give me a small percentage. But yeah, this is what I wanted to point out here is notice the gold, and then of course the pearlized tuner knobs. So notice, so it's kind of like almost like a copper-ish look to it on the knob there. Well, what I did is I sanded the pickup down, and I got past the gold, and underneath the gold, sure enough, was copper. So my wife actually pointed this out to me. She goes, "Hey, you realize your pickup matches your tuners?" I was like, "Oh yeah, check it out." So yeah, so the copper underneath the pickup, when I sanded it down, kind of highlights the bling there on the tuner head. So the last thing to do is just to put a strap button on there, put a strap on it. Yeah, that sounds cool, dude. So in my last video, I did a whammy bar idea. And because I didn't have a bar, I didn't fully demonstrate the actual whamminess of the whammy bar. So anyhow, I did find a bar. This is just a regular nail, just a regular old rusty old nail, and I bent it and then put it in the hole. Yeah, so this is how it works. So what I do is I just kind of, oh yeah, I got to watch out for that little sharp point because it's sharp. So what I do here is I use this little muscle underneath my pinky, and I just kind of set it on the bar right there, and then reach over and play. And then whenever I want some whammy, I just go. So, kind of works good. It's more like a tremolo. You can't do the dive bomb, but you can kind of get that little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you that. I was kind of happy about that. Again, this is just a prototype. I'll be giving it some more thought here. Oh yeah, I wonder if it goes backwards here. Let's see here. Yeah, it actually works good backwards. me do that again here. All right, guys, we nailed it. We nailed it. Yay! All right, we will see you in the next video. Cheers.